I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the San Francisco 49ers. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Get ready, get ready.
Here we go. 180!
Mike, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. An incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
2, 2,
43,
2.
43. Check, 43.
Garoppolo. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
He's tired of you. He's tired of us. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. Record.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 42-yard line.
Here we go. 180!
Mike's 43. I'm going to come back to you.
I got you.
On 2nd and 12, Garoppolo hooking up here with Trent Taylor. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 39.
That's another 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here we go.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Watch safety creep. Safety's creeping.
1, Omaha.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Watch the twist.
On second down, a run with Breida. And he's got some space here. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Matt Breida, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. It's caught inside the 25. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 55 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use momentum to launch another one.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
Brandon, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering him. 2 plays, 2 passes. We'll see if they go back to that well. They run for the first time with Justice Hill, and he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The quick slant caught, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Dallas Goedert with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go. Here we go. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot, because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight.
Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
First down, Murray. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Now Hill, and he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Hill. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at their 48-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Second down, Murray sets to throw. Got this complete to the rookie out of UMass, Andy Isabella. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And able to find Kirk complete. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
This is Hill. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On 2nd down, Hill. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A Cardinal 1st down on a gain of 13. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football, overtime, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
This is caught. And he's brought down. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. They come up in an offset eye. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. That's going to be caught by Kirk for a Cardinals touchdown. Christian Kirk, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
15 for the Niners there and a 1st down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
Here we go. 180! And let's pin the mirrors back and go full street.
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Black 80!
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. And here we go.
White.
59 is Mike, 59 is Mike. Check, 59. I'm going to run you over.
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo, the first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
I don't care what level of football you played. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go along and hope someone would come free.
11.
Garoppolo on 1st down. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. On 1st down now, run with McKinnon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Garoppolo gives to Breida, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Check, 43.
Garoppolo now on 3rd and goal. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Let's go.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
At the 34-yard line.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. On 2nd down, it's Hill. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
53's the mark. 53. Check 53. They can't hang with us. Let's go.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
53's the mark. 53. Check 53. Watch the slap.
Murray and company going for it on 4th. This short throw caught by Goddard, and he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
On the double. 93's the mark. All day, every day, any day.
Play fake. Murray. And the Niners Cardinals get there and bring him down. D. Ford has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Murray with a 3rd and long. Going to throw right side here, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 36.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Murray now on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Here we go. 60 out one. Right. Get time right here. Time to right. Hey, 4 down. Check, 93's the mic. Switch.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 14.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get them the football in the passing game. Now a 10th carry for Hill. And snapped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the 1st down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
Here we go. Set. 60 yards. Watch the run.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
It's now 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. To throw is Murray. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Andy Isabella in the final seconds of the 1st half as his guys are able to regain the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead is now 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check cross, check cross, check cross. Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic.
Play action. Now it's Murray. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing, and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
12.
Throwing again on second down. Garoppolo. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. And people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
65.
43's the mic, boy, 43. Check, 43. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me.
Hey, my 7.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch the screen.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Larry Ogunjobi make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Check, lucky.
Here's Breida. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
21. Here we go. Right, check. 59. Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Kirk now, the return man. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. On 2nd and 11 now. Murray, that ball complete to Isabella. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
From the gun on 3rd down. Murray, he's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10.
65.
Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Murray gets this one to Hill. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Here's Murray. This one caught by Isabella. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the gun, a run for Hill. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Even. 4 down. Even.
Throwing now is Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Dallas Goedert, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
49ers 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always have that being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and 10.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Mike's 5'9", Mike 5'9". Check Mike.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
A Cardinal 1st down on a gain of 13.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And once again, Hill, he's been busy. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Out of bounds at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 9.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, it's Hill. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
On 2nd down now, it's Hill. They have 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Murray's throw on target to Christian Kirk. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 35. Murray now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll go with Hill here on first down. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 2nd down, it's Hill, and he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This will be 3rd and 6. Again, it's Hill. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
26-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Here we go.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
21. Check 50.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
49ers first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's first and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Switch it, switch it. Lock, lock, lock.
Garoppolo again. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Trent Taylor there. And it's second down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Back to the air on second. It's Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 30.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Here we go, here we go, here we
So
go.
first and 10 now from the 30.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Watch that, watch that, watch that.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Garoppolo finding his tight end Kittle. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Here we go, here we go.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Here we go,
So
here we
it's
go, here we go.
49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Here we go.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Good one, able to haul it in. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 14.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So Garoppolo off. Coming on is the veteran Robbie Gould for the 49er field goal. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on fourth down. Garoppolo to throw for it on fourth. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Arizona, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year.